And hello, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Kavicka. We're going to do a little weather talk. Might take me a little while to get through this because we have 3 days where we have the potential for severe weather, at least some. All right, let's look right now. We have the opposite. It's a tranquil type pattern out there for today with a mostly clear sky from our Alexandria tower cam on Texas Street. See traffic moving back and forth there. Sally's in LeBeau. Go down there to the market and restaurant, get you something good to eat. It's a mostly clear day in that direction as well. Now let's go over toward areas around Gina in LaSalle Parish for our friends up there. And likewise, a clear sky for today. Nothing wrong with that. A little cool this morning though, but we warmed up quickly for the afternoon. 3 chances for severe weather is your weather headline, and I'll be focusing on that here in the coming minutes. Checking out your radar here across the area, we continue to see what looks to be some controlled burns across the area. Let me kind of just zoom in a little bit closer and get a little feel for that and put this into motion where we can see that. Looks like one in Beauregard Parish, and let's see, maybe that may be the most prominent one. This may be just chaff from the radar, false echo or false return from the radar itself, but I suspect there are either agricultural burns going on or prescribed burns. In fact, our HRRR model indicating that that is going to continue for the next couple of days. So it kind of leads me to believe these are prescribed burns because I think the Forest Service lets folks know before they do that. Satellite and radar. Here's one weather system which is passed. That's the one messed up our weekend for us. But we see another one out to the west across portions of the west coast. And that one will have something to say about our forecast here coming up over the next several days. In fact, we got two more systems. One will bring one threat for severe weather. The second one, stronger one, brings two threats for severe weather. Futurecast in, kind of stepping you through the next couple of days for tomorrow morning. No issues there. And even by 5 o'clock, I think rain chances or storm chances would hold off till after that on Wednesday. You do see a few echoes on the model working kind of through the area there for Wednesday night out of the northwest. And then by Thursday, 7 o'clock, looks like things are calming down, if anything at all happens Wednesday night. Some models are saying very little will happen. So I'm kind of taking a middle ground with that. Futurecast into the rest of the day Thursday, no issues there. It's going to be a pretty warm one though. Here's event one, as I'll call it, severe weather possibility there for Friday, for Wednesday and Wednesday night. This will be mostly in the Wednesday night time frame, I believe. It doesn't cover all of central Louisiana, according to the Storm Prediction Center. And of course, even down south, we have a risk of some thunderstorms. It'll be pretty isolated across that area, but that kind of delineates the highest threat of seeing a warning or seeing an actual severe weather event like a wind, hail, or a tornado would be up in the northern parishes. Let's check out your severe threats. Overall, it's pretty low. This is what I call a limited. It's marginal according to the Storm Prediction Center. Virtually no flood threat from this. Wind and hail about even, but still both low. Tornado threat is not zero, but it is very low. So some percentages and some more information for you. I'm going about 9 o'clock Wednesday evening until about 5 a.m. Thursday with this little window of threat that we have. The pattern involves a disturbance aloft as well as a surface dry line, and the threat level from the Storm Prediction Center, 1 out of 5. Again, I call that marginal. They call it marginal, and I kind of group a marginal and slight into the same category and just call it limited. It'll be limited in scope and it'll be limited in duration. Now, there are some factors that will keep this as a 1 out of 5 instead of maybe allowing it to overachieve here. One of those is that the moisture return is going to be fairly quick, but it's going to be modest. And so there'll be some issues with the amount of octane fuel that the updraft in the storm can ingest and use to strengthen. So that will limit the strength of the storms. And most energy of the parent system, the disturbance aloft part of this, stays to the north of us. And so that will kind of limit the coverage and the severity as well. Overall risk level is up about is 5 to 14%. And I'm using numbers from the Storm Prediction Center because they do research. And this is useful information that we can get. Kind of gives you an idea of the threat level. Wind and hail will be 5% and tornado at 2%. And remember, this is within 25 miles of a point in central Louisiana, and that could be your home, business, or your school. Let's check out the little map here showing the storm potential, mainly to the north of us. This southeastern part covers what you saw from the Storm Prediction Center there, but the threat for thunderstorms goes all the way through the entire area of central Louisiana. Notice the upper level system right here with this little dip. Most of that to the north of us, as you see. That's what I'm talking about, the energy being mostly to the north of us, and that would correspond with where the stronger lift of the atmosphere is. Remember, one ingredient for severe weather is not only moisture and favorable vertical wind profile, but you've got to lift the atmosphere, get it kickstart that upward motion before you can get rain and thunderstorms. Going beyond this into Friday, we're still seeing the outlook across the United States here, a pretty broad area. This is with the second system, which will bring 2 days of it. Here's day 2 for us. Notice we're on the southern part of that. The maximized threat will be to the north of us as it appears right now. And as we go into Saturday, day 3, the third day of the threat, the highest potential is to the east of us. And we're kind of borderline there on the southwestern part of the outlook area. So at least we're not in the bullseye, right? So it's never good to try to be in the bullseye things there. 7-day forecast, then kind of recapping things. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms will be on Wednesday. Most of that will be in the PM hours, I would say, there. And then spilling over into the very early Thursday. 60 and 83 for Thursday. Very warm day. If we get 83 and average that'll be among the warmest days of the year so far. And then going into Friday, still warm. Scattered showers and some thunderstorms in the PM hours there Friday. And then we might get a little bit of a lull for Friday night before the second and final round, the third and final round comes in Saturday with a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. But both days, Friday and Saturday, there is severe potential there. A little bit cooler by Sunday. If we see a double barrel front system come through, many times these strong weather systems, they have more than one front attached to them. So we get one Saturday, which will stir up the weather, one Sunday, which we get behind it. It'll dry out and cool off some, as you see in the temperatures there, and that stabilizes things for a couple of days. In fact, all the way through Tuesday, things are looking good there. A cool morning Monday, maybe back to some high 30s at the coldest locations, but pleasant days, and that'll be a good time as we start again, like this week, get another good start to next week like we did this week. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for bearing with me, and always appreciate your support for Semi Weather. Nick will do his thing tomorrow, and I'll do one in the PM, probably around